tell us exactly what the jury decided.
Well, they decided basically murder in the first degree for all three suspects, or now all three accused. I mean, Jonathan, when you think about it, they deliberated for almost 15 hours. That is not a lot of time. There were 12 counts. That means that they must have spent just slightly over an hour on each count. What does that tell you, Jonathan? That means that the prosecution basically did make their case as far as this jury is concerned, that they do believe that in a premeditated fashion that this father, mother, and brother, cold-heartedly, chillingly, laid out a plan to murder these three teenage girls. And remember, one of them was just 13 years old, and murder the woman who they felt was perhaps persuading them behind the scenes, advocating for their freedom within the household. And they also thought that she would be a problem, so that's why they murdered her. Again, a stark verdict here in the sense that while you can't say that they came back very quickly, 15 hours for that many counts, Jonathan, and something as serious as first-degree murder, especially when they had the option of also convicting them of second-degree murder instead of first-degree, this really is quite a verdict in the sense that it shows the jury was, in fact, convinced.
What happens to Mohammed Shafia, his wife, and his son now?
They'll now have to wait for sentencing. Certainly there'll be some pleas, especially in the case of Ahmad. Remember, he's just 21 years old, Jonathan, and I'm sure that the lawyer will try and maybe prove as much as he can some extenuating circumstances in his case, that perhaps he was following in the orders of his mother and his father. It was interesting that from the outset they didn't want to try him separately, that all three of them were tried together, and that they never broke down in their defense. While their stories were different, none of them pointed the finger at each other saying, he convinced me to do it or anything like that. They all stuck with the same story, saying that basically we had nothing to do with this.